of all his holy prophets since the world began. For Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your power raise up unto you of your brethren.
That was Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter. Moses prophesying of Yahweh. Go ahead.
Like unto me. Him shall ye hear in all things whatsoever he shall say unto you. And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people.
You don't hear Yahweh, you're going to be destroyed. In which, hey, wicked scribes and Pharisees that rejected him, eventually they were rejected. All right? They're enemies of the cross. 2/3 that can't receive Yahweh in the gospel. Those that are offended in Yahweh. Those that are stumbling because of the rock of offense. Yahweh was that rock of offense. All right?
Yeah, and all the prophets from Samuel and those that follow after, as many as have spoken, have likewise foretold of these days. Ye are the children of the prophets, and of the covenant which Yahweh made with our fathers.
Whoa. You are the children of the prophets and of what?
And of the covenant which Yahweh made with our fathers.
Our progeny, our patriarchs, our progenitors. He made that promise with them. You are the children of those men. There's more. Go ahead.
Saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed.
So was Peter, was that Peter talking? Was he wrong?
Now,
why is he only telling a specific group of people this? So how could you open up the covenant to everybody? That's the error that you dumb Christians make every time. You try to make the covenant that the Lord made with his people inclusive.
yep.
Right.
Like you're gonna add multiple parties.
Yeah, every nation.
Yeah. But no, this is to one people that happen to be among all people, all nations. Just because we're scattered among all these nations, that doesn't mean there's an opening for the nations to come in. It's for the people that are scattered among the nations to come back and come in.
Now, excellent point, bro. Because that's, now I was meditating on that scripture right there the brother just read. And I was like, when you really think about it, all the nations are going to be blessed. Indirectly, though.
Right, absolutely.
You know?
Why? Because when
I got precepts, right? Yeah, I got precepts, right? And I mean, you may have some more also. You want to read something first? Matter of fact, read that in Isaiah 14. Read that first.
Isaiah 14, I'll start at the top. And it reads, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And that word strangers goes into Gar. It's basically like an Israelite foreigner. You know, one that was in the nation of the heathen land.
Scattered to another among the heathen.
It says, and the people shall take them and bring them into their place, and the house of Israel shall possess.
And we just, I was about to say it. No, go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land it's like a land of the Lord Yahweh Shai, for servants and handmaids.
It's like those strangers are the outcasts. They're the outcasts. Remember when the Israelites in Judea, they were looking,
the uncircumcised and
they was looking at the scattered Israelites as if they were Gentiles and uncircumcised, but they were all allowed to come back. And the Lord broke that middle wall of partition because the Lord made way for them to come back to the fold.
That's
But
what
they were all Israelites.
That's what it says in Amos the 9th chapter, 9 and 9 actually. It said, I will sift the house of
Israel among all nations. Like
not
corn is
the least-
sifted in the seed,
and not the least grain should fall upon the ground. And all the Israelites are going to get to come back, and that's how they get to come back. All those outcasts.
That grape of the cluster.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The chosen.
And they get to
the
come
remnant.
back as Israelites.
They're going to come. The ones that died and perish, they're going to come back through those few.
Yep. Yep.
Those select precious few.
Including the Israelite foreigners, which is what we're pretty much talking about. It look like heathen, may even be amongst them.
They were a part of that. The ones that believe and have faith, they were a part of that.
Exactly.
Yep.
And the ones that you don't, there's got to be some 2/3 Israelite foreigners out there too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They get to come back too.
Yeah.
You know?
Like all the ones that we say, oh, this person's a Jake.
Yep.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
like
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio, all them.
He
Yeah,
may never get the truth.
they Jakes, but
Yeah.
you know, they gonna be destroyed too. You know.
Exactly. You gotta go. Well, because it said and possess them. It didn't. It's not the same context. It's a different something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it said we're gonna be with them, the stranger, and then it's gonna say possess them as servants and handmaids. There's not gonna be any servants and handmaids of Israelites. That's somebody else then. That's talking about the other nations, the heathen. And this is where it was coming to mind when I first thought of this. You got it, bro.
It says, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Right. You want now? So if you gotta say something, say it.
Kind, because Jake was in the hands of who? You know, so those same individuals that had us as captives, they will be as captives in our kingdom.
Right now.
Exactly.
Right.
Revelation 13:19.
Yep.
The captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That might be the one.
It says the nation.
But when we read that, that's Hebrew
I could
Israelism.
listen to you.
That's hate. But yet, what they're doing over there to the Palestinians, that's cool though.
Yeah. They're defending themselves.
Yeah. Dropping bombs on hospitals and taking out the electricity so that they can die off in them hospitals and get no food and starve them out.
Electricity, water.
That's defense.
I seen a video of them chanting that they was gonna be happy that Gaza was gonna be a
Cemetery.
Yeah.
That's not hate. It says whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Right. They should rule over their oppressors. Now, what are we gonna rule by? Somebody get you see how I'm going with it, right? What did I have? I had
Psalms 2 or Revelation.
Yep, Psalms 2. Somebody give up Psalms 2.
Revelations 1.
That's one of the ones I wanted. Yep, for sure. Because I'll read this while I was getting it. Exodus 19 verse, here we go, 19 verse 5 and 6. It says, now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, which the new covenant is going to force us pretty much by writing it in us to obey the Heavenly Father's voice, and keep my covenant, that's how we're going to keep it perfectly through the new covenant, right? Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and an holy nation. These are the words that which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. Right? So who are we going to be teaching that to? Who are we going to be priests unto? If the whole nation, the whole kingdom of our people is priests. Right? So
The new covenant said we will not have to teach another Israelite.
right, and I actually
All
was
shall
holding
know
on to
me from the least to the greatest.
that. And all shall know me.
I wonder if you ask one of them small hats, are we the new covenant? What they would say.
Right.
A lot of them don't even believe in the Messiah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
If they don't believe in the Messiah, then they don't believe that covenant is in place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just,
And the new covenant's is written in the Torah, in Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Tanakh.
Tonight, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Psalms 2 and verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance,
in the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Now, in our law, we break down when our law tells us that those that are in our possession, we have to, we basically have to live by our rules, right? Like we can't let the heathen work on the Sabbath. Like just because the law wasn't given to you, you're not in the first covenant or whatever. Don't mean you still gotta chill out on the Sabbath.
Yeah, they got
You gotta,
Yeah.
right. This and me thinking of all of this.
It's gonna be national.
Yeah.
Just like how under this devil's kingdom,
Yep.
they got national days that they, you gotta take off work and it's global.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, our law is gonna be enforced and it's gonna be global as well.
Throughout the galaxy. I was gonna
Galaxy.
say, I don't know the word galaxy. I don't know.
Intergalactic.
Intergalactic. Yeah.
Like it says, what manner of man the city of the ruler is. So like the ruler of the city is, so are the people. So whatever mindset the ruler is, he's going to enforce that on the people.
And what we know in Proverbs 29, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So they're gonna feel like this is a great thing.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to spoil it just yet. Not that y'all don't know it, but go ahead, bro.
Back in Psalms 2, in verse 8, actually like verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
You don't have to break them out of their heathenistic ways. Why? So we can rebuild them back, educate them, or teach them at least the laws, how to keep the laws.
You gotta break them down with that whip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be by force to get them right.
I'm thinking.
So break them with that rod of iron.
Yep.
It's that scepter, and so that we can actually govern you.
Yep.
And we have to break you so that we can
Government
regulate
needs to
and govern
control.
you.
Yep. We're gonna control you to do right.
They had to beat us down for all this time to get us to be psychologically trained to never go astray from the shit that they put in our minds.
What's your name, boy?
They beat our heritage out of us. We don't have to beat their custom out of them, and then we teach them. But it's going to be in righteousness.
Exactly. Y'all on it.
It's like with a horse, you gotta break them down.
Then you can teach it. Yep.
Spirit ain't going to matter.
Yep.
It says, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
That's the second chapter. Where's the one that says, I didn't get to look at it. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 2, and I started. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh Bashinah Shai's house shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Government.
And shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Yep.
And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
And he will teach us of his ways. Somebody get Deuteronomy 4, start at verse 5, but keep going. Yeah.
And shall be us like.
Yes.
And we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Yep. That's what I wanted. Somebody go to Deuteronomy 4.
Deuteronomy 4 and
5 and 6.
starting at verse 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh, my power commanded me.
So this is how we were taught, but we're not going to have to teach each other. It's going to be written in us. So as kings and priests, who are we going to be teaching? The heathen. And this is how the heathen feels about our law. So this is how they're going to be blessed, by being wise to keep our law. Right? You got it, bro.
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
When they get to go back to their own lands, they got to go back and keep the law, or we're going to be on that ass.
Yeah.
You got it?
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations,
Yep.
which shall hear all these statutes and say,
When we begin to teach them, they're going to hear all this. Go ahead.
and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
And it ain't going to be uproars about what we teaching. They're going to be like, damn, that sounds right. That sounds fair.
Especially when they put it all to the test. When they